Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Anna Safirovska, Partner Engagement Manager at KnowledgePoint. Today, we'll be discussing the importance of BIM and BIM implementation in Greece. Together with me, I have here George from FACEtoFACE, and I'll let him introduce himself. Hi, George.
Hi, Anna. My name is George Exarchopoulos. In Greek, it's Georgios Exarchopoulos. The last a lot of years, like 70 years, I share my knowledge via my courses in my ATC. And in our last summit, Autodesk and Knowledge Point give me the opportunity to find a prize or a lot of years to work with the students. And the award it was ACI for AECO softwares. So here in Greece, in Athens, in the downtown, we try to connect the architect and engineers with Autodesk. So I'm here with you, Anna, to find the reality of BIM, the BIM realities here in Greece and all over the world. So we start to talk about that.
Thank you, George, and congratulations once again on your award. First question, Greece construction sector is undergoing rapid digital transformation. Why is BIM adoption so important for the industry?
Revit, BIM gives one shared 3D model. So teams use the same data and make fewer mistakes. In Greece and all over Europe, supported a national BIM strategy for the public projects. So BIM is becoming a key of industry step by step and years by years. We start from the public project, and then the next years, I hope, like Norway, like Finland, have the opportunities, the old project from private project until the public project, use the BIM.
Thank you, George. What are the biggest skill gaps you see in the workforce, and why is upskilling and reskilling critical for engineers, project managers, and other professionals?
The last years, we learn and we see all over the internet about for upskilling and reskilling, about for architects, engineers, interior designers. Matters because the BIM is moving into the public projects and needs trained engineers and managers. So the big gaps are being how to use it, about information management, modeling, and how to working together in one model. So to work each other is the key for the final result.
How is FACEtoFACE supporting organizations and professionals to develop digital skills through BIM training programs?
Like 11 years before, one of the big companies here in Greece, for copyrights, I cannot share the brand, give us the opportunities to create courses for this big company. So we start to split the Revit for architects commands, for structural commands, for families designer, for interior designer. So we split it a lot of schedules and models how to create something. So my ATC, and of course myself, FACEtoFACE, offers BIM training 360. So we try to share courses with very specific what to do in the real projects. So one answer about for your question is we try to create very expertise courses with all commands to know architect, engineers, and family designers to how to use the Revit all together and separated. Yes, we have a lot of exercise, we have a project-based learning, we have a workshop, but we try the architects, for example, to trust us to share knowledge from the structural designer. So if I understand, if I am architect, how to use it, the Revit like an interior designer, one by one, understand how to communicate with the BIM, because the BIM for us, and I think all over the world, is the new language for AEC, means architecture, engineering, and construction softwares.
Can you please share examples of how BIM training has improved coordination, efficiency, and project outcomes on real projects? For example, the Ellinikon redevelopment or Aiden's Metro Line 4.
Experience for Ellinikon complex park, because we have experience for to share courses for one of the best architect studio here in Greece. So if someone want to have the files in BIM, means less time, lower cost, fewer design errors. So the BIM is the solution for the real construction in real time. So my experience about for the BIM and the Ellinikon right now is very high because the BIM services in Greece, because it was so new, it was so expensive, and they have a lot of problems to communicate. So the architect and the construction guys prefer to learn the BIM to create by myself or in-house how to show the final project. So right now, Ellinikon is everything in BIM.
Thank you for sharing that. Looking ahead, what opportunities does BIM adoption create for Greece's construction workforce and the future of the sector?
Years before, like 2012, we are preparing ourselves for 2025 or 2013. The government rule to start the community and the companies to have the roles. So BIM can open new roles like BIM coordinator or BIM managers, and it can bring better job opportunities together. Greece BIM roadmap plus pilots plus training and certifications, so more workers can enter these roles, because the new position, the new job position is up from architects or up of engineers is the key for the final project.
What advice would you give to organizations and professionals in Greece seeking to close digital skills gaps and take full advantage of BIM?
This question is very, very important for us, and I'll try to share to you my answer about for 2026. Yes, now we share courses about for the BIM for the Revit. Right now, me and my company, we try to create courses about for BIM theory and BIM certificate like ISO 19650. Why? Why? Because we want to start with a pilot and set clear BIM roles to use common rules like ISO and for managing information. If one company understanding the ISO and the theory after selecting the best BIM software like Revit to use it. So this is my idea behind for the Revit. So the communities and the companies understand how much important is the ISO for quality and the ISO for the BIM.
And the last question for today. How do practical exercises, competitions, or collaborative projects enhance the learning experience and prepare professionals for real-world BIM projects?
If you ask this question in a student or someone is a commercial guy or someone to work in-house or out-house, we know everything. The final answer, I think, is the problem solver. How to find the problem solving. If you don't spend a lot of time for the project or with the software, sorry, you cannot design one project. So practical exercise very important. Group project is very important because the project is like a people. So if I have a project and must work with the people, all together we try to find solution for the problems. And it's very important to understand the language, the BIM language. It's it's different. I make or I have one seminar for to speak Bulgarian language, and it's not the same to going in Bulgaria to find the solution how to communicate. So the BIM is not the step how to make one course like 50 hours, 100 hours, 1,200 hours for the professional level. Is to work in a real project to understand for being for architect. If I'm not architect, to understand the architect design, the structure in the same time, because we are team. It's like to play basketball and understand the position for the high guy and the playmaker. So it's the new language for companies to have less problems in the real project, to save time in the real project. In this point, after my award, I will share in 2026 in the new year one very big pack for Revit opportunities. This pack is a lot of courses with architect for structural design, for a map design, for families design, to understand the architect is designer, being designer. The first important is to understand how to find solution, because if I don't understand the role opposite of me, because someone is a structural designer or is a map designer, I cannot find which is the problem to find the solution. So everything is designed. It's very difficult for me because here in Greece, we have 2, 3, 4 job platforms. And if we want to find the one architect to work right, I want someone to know Revit for architect design. But I will try to change this mind in the new students right now to know if you want to work with BIM, it's just to know the BIM, not only the commands for architect design. This is my opportunity uh, to spend time to explain the opportunities to know all language. No, like I speak or I write English, but I cannot listen or to write something. It's one language, is the BIM reality, and is here. And the next step, I think, 1, 2 years after the Fusion 360, the Revit is ready to have AI. AI is not one tool to change me, it's to work with me. That's the point.
Thank you, George, for sharing your insights. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Me too.